Hi, friends. Welcome again to Tuesday Lenten devotional. And here during the season of Lent, I'm sharing these little less than 5 minute devotions on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. And so far, I've come in under 5 minutes on all of them. So that's my pledge to you is less than 5 minutes. So I always pride myself on not being the long-winded preacher. So that's just not my MO to talk on and on and on. So anyway, that's too much talking on and on about that I don't. So I was thinking about I grew up my hometown in Missouri was as I don't know half the folks are Roman Catholic, and so just growing up, there were certain things, even though that wasn't my church, that there were things that I had friends that were Catholic, and there were things that I kind of seeped in. And one of the things is during Lent that Catholic folks traditionally, a lot of them would give up something for Lent. And I was thinking about my older sister's friend when they were teenagers who gave up chocolate for Lent, and then she fell off the wagon, and how many Hail Marys or whatever that she had to say as penance for breaking her Lenten fast, and that was just kind of the deal. And Protestants, well, we Protestants, I think particularly mainline Protestants in my lifetime have embraced a lot of those things of really embraced the seasons of the church year and maybe doing a Lenten fast, giving up something for Lent, and there's meaning in that. I don't want to just talk negatively about it. I think there's meaning in giving up something, fasting from something. It can curb a bad habit. Say if you're eating too much chocolate, or you're just are just kind of too reliant on your Hershey bar every afternoon, or whatever it is. It's you can kind of curb that bad practice. And we all create idols in our lives, and maybe that's the thing that you give up for Lent is the idol that you've created in your life. And then it also creates an open space for God. It's not like God needs the extra chocolate, because God doesn't need that. But say when you have that chocolate bar, you instead use that time for prayer, and the money that you would have spent, you give it to the poor. And so there's meaning in that. But here is the prophet Isaiah's take on fasting. And I chose the Google Docs has this beautify this AI option, which I used. I probably won't use it again, but it is interesting what they did. So the little pictures and stuff. But this is from Isaiah 58. Isn't this the fast I choose, releasing wicked restraints, untying the ropes of a yoke, setting free the mistreated, and breaking every yoke? Isn't it sharing your bread with the hungry and bringing the homeless poor into your house, covering the naked when you see them, and not hiding from your own family? And so Isaiah's people had evidently that they were religiously devoted, but yet there was a disconnect between how they treated the least of these in their world. And so the word to them here is like, isn't this the fast that God chooses? Not just fasting to make yourself miserable, but how you treat those who are mistreated in this world. And are you doing things to relieve their suffering? And are you doing things to create justice and charity in this world? And so what God desires most of all, I think what Isaiah is trying to get across, is justice and compassion. And when we can live and show those, isn't that the fast that God chose, that God chooses? So here's your question here for today and through the season of Lent. How are you providing relief to suffering? And how are you working for a fair and just world? And what can you do in concrete ways today to do something about that? And maybe that's just giving a few dollars to a place that provides relief and care for those who are suffering. Maybe it's volunteering. Maybe it's changing your life so that you're not contributing to more suffering in this world, but contributing to mercy and compassion. All right. So getting close to my 5 minute mark here. So may you go and find the ways that you can find the honest fast to relieve suffering and to provide mercy and care and love in this world. So go and do that today. Thanks for being with me now. Peace to you all. Bye-bye.